Hello, dear children. Today we are going to speak about the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Open your books at page 78, exercise 1. Let's get acquainted with the author. Do you know who was L. Frank Baum? What type of stories did he write? Read the biography to find out.
L. Frank Baum was an American writer. He wrote children's books.
Now let's listen to the new words and write down them in your vocabularies. Don't forget to learn them by heart.
Axe, brain, brick, can, courage, coward, fall in love, far, field, get back to, ground, marry, oil, poor thing,
Real.
reply, scare, scarecrow, turn into, wave.
Exercise 2. The pictures A, B, C, D tell us a story. Who are the characters in the pictures?
The characters are the Scarecrow, Dorothy, Toto, the Tin Man, and the Lion.
Now let's read the text to find out. Let's watch the video.
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. As Dorothy and Toto were walking through beautiful fields and houses, they saw a scarecrow. He smiled and waved at her. Dorothy was very surprised.
Can you talk?
She asked.
Of course.
Said the scarecrow.
My name is Dorothy. I'm going to the Emerald City. I want the Great Oz to help me get back to Kansas.
Where's the Emerald City?
Asked the scarecrow.
And who is the Great Oz?
Don't you know?
Asked Dorothy.
No,
Replied the scarecrow.
I don't know anything because I don't have a brain.
What do you mean?
Asked Dorothy.
Well,
Said the scarecrow.
a man made me to scare birds, but they weren't scared of me because they knew I wasn't a real man. I want a brain, so I can be a real person.
I'm sure the Great Oz can help you.
Said Dorothy. Together they followed the yellow brick road into the forest. Suddenly, Dorothy saw a tin man with an axe, not moving at all.
Look!
Shouted Dorothy.
He can't move. The poor thing.
Please, help me.
Begged the tin man. Dorothy saw an oil can on the ground. She picked it up and oiled the poor tin man. He slowly moved his arms, his head, then his legs.
Oh, thank you.
He said.
You've saved my life. Who are you?
I'm Dorothy. This is the Scarecrow. And this is Toto. We're going to the Emerald City to see the Great Oz.
Why do you want to see the Great Oz?
Asked the tin man.
I want him to help me get home to Kansas.
Said Dorothy.
And the Scarecrow wants a brain.
I don't have a heart.
Said the tin man.
Do you think the Great Oz can help?
I don't know.
Replied Dorothy.
Why don't you come with us and we can ask? Do you know how far it is to the Emerald City?
I don't know how far it is,
Said the tin man.
but I know it is a dangerous journey.
Just then, they heard a loud roar. A lion ran out of the forest and stood in the road in front of them.
Don't bite Toto!
Shouted Dorothy.
I didn't bite him.
He said.
No, but you wanted to.
Said Dorothy.
You're just a coward.
I know.
Said the lion sadly.
I'm a coward. I'm afraid of everything. I need some courage.
Come to the Emerald City with us. Maybe the Great Oz can help all of us.
Dorothy and her new friends followed the yellow brick road out of the forest.
In exercise 3, you are to read the extract again and choose the correct answer. Number 1. Who lives in the Emerald City? It's B. The Great Oz. Dorothy says that she is going there because she wants the Great Oz to help her to get back home. The Scarecrow is sad because he doesn't have a brain. A. He says he doesn't know anything because he doesn't have a brain. Who was originally a real man? A. The Tin Man. He tells his story that a long time ago he was a real man. Who does the lion want to bite? C. Toto. Dorothy noticed that he wanted to bite Toto. In exercise 4, you are to compare the characters in the story. How important is it for them to find the Emerald City? Why?
It is really important for the characters in the story to find the Emerald City. Dorothy wants to ask the Great Oz to help her get home. The Scarecrow wants a brain. Tin Man wants a heart, and the lion wants courage.
In exercise 5, you are to complete the sentences using the verbs oiled, waved, heard, followed, fell. Now let's check. When the Tin Man had a heart, he fell in love with a girl. As they entered the forest, they heard a strange noise. The friends followed the yellow brick road towards to the Emerald City. After Dorothy oiled the Tin Man, he started to move his arms, head and legs. Dorothy was surprised when the Scarecrow waved at her. In exercise 6, you are to put the events in the order they happen. Let's check. First is D. Dorothy and Toto saw a scarecrow with no brain. Number 2 is E. Dorothy saw a tin man with an axe. Number 3 is G. Dorothy got the oil can and oiled the tin man. Number 4 is C. They heard a loud roar. Number 5 is A. They met a lion who tried to bite Toto. Number 6 is B. They all decided to find the wizard together. And the last is F. Dorothy and her friends saw a green light shining in the distance. And now you are to use the events to say or write a summary of the story. Let's look at the model.
Dorothy and Toto saw a scarecrow with no brain. Then Dorothy saw a tin man with an axe. Dorothy got the oil can and oiled the tin man. Soon after, they heard a loud roar. Then they met a lion who tried to bite Toto. After that, they all decided to find the wizard together. After some time, Dorothy and her friends saw a green light in the distance.